So far, deja vu all over again, Donna Brazile. Joe Biden and Donald Trump.
Well, so far, that's the story. But let me just say something in defense of the president and his traveling. I mean, leading up to COVID, Joe Biden was out there. He was out there connecting with voters. He was out there in all of the early states, and he was out there with a very vigorous campaign.
Yep, she just said with a straight face that Biden had a very vigorous campaign. And Chris Christie is not going to let her forget that she just said this. Watch.
And he was out there with a very vigorous campaign, and Rick pointed out he had numerous competitors. Today, for example, he's down in Selma, Alabama, to observe the 58th anniversary of Bloody Sunday. So I don't think this is an issue, Joe Biden being in the House or outside the House or campaigning across the country.
Let me bring some reality into this, by the way. Bring some reality into this, by the way, off what my friend Brazile said. COVID started in early March of 2020. We shut down on March 12th of 2020. I don't know what vigorous campaign you were looking at. But by that time, he had come in 5th in New Hampshire. He had come in 4th or 5th in Iowa. And then he had come back and won South Carolina and was engaging in Super Tuesday. And then campaigning stopped. There was no vigorous campaign from March of 20 forward. He was in his basement in Wilmington and doing a couple of rallies in front of people in their cars, blowing horns. I mean, give me a break. But it's 4 years later. Let's not just even say the 2020 Joe Biden. The 2024 Joe Biden at 82 years old. Is he going to make 5 or 6 stops a day? Is he going to do the kind of campaigning you know happens at the end, where you start on the East Coast and you go and you just chase the sun all the way to the West Coast? And at every one of those stops, how articulate is he going to be? How forceful is he going to be? How strong is he going to be?
I mean,
those are all valid questions for any person who's 82 years old, let alone somebody who's had Joe Biden's history of gaffes.
Look, don't underestimate Joe Biden. That's all I'm going to say.
Don't underestimate Joe Biden. Okay, Donna. The great part is whenever she says stuff like that and you see Chris Christie start drinking out of his coffee cup, that's basically his way of saying, I call BS.
Don't underestimate Joe Biden. That's all I'm going to say. And when it comes to Joe Biden putting together his operation, his team, and his strategy to win, I have every confidence that the president will do it. I have every confidence that the president will do it.
You know, thank God we won't have COVID to stop people from doing normal hand-to-hand campaigning. And if he can't do that, or if he does try to do it, I think the results are going to be very, very problematic for Democrats up and down the ballot.